What's up, guys? SyntheticDivision here. Let's go over the white Bitaxe Gamma 601 that I purchased from AliExpress from a company called Minerfixes. Okay, so first and foremost, it took me some time to track down this company. I ended up finding the barcode and running it through a few different sites. I checked my AliExpress order. Of course, the one that I bought from the store is not available anymore. So it took some time to track these bad boys down, but I found it. The company's called Minerfixes. I believe it's minerfixes.com. If it's not, I'll leave a link to their site. Their site is pretty good. They look like a giant reseller of stuff. So this is technically branded as a Minerfixes Bitaxe Gamma 601, according to the barcode. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. And of course, we start our videos with packaging. So let's go ahead and kick those to the side for a second. Let's grab the box. First thing I noticed in the packaging, a really nice manual. Now, some of the spelling is pretty bad, but that's to be expected. You know, translating and printing, I'm sure, comes across. But it's got everything you need to get going. Um, Pretty cool. Even gives you some pools if you want to try. Gives you information on thermal paste and stuff like that. So, look, and it even tells you, like, hey, what is the USB-C port? It's for firmware updating only. Like, this is good information to know when you're buying a Bitaxe, especially as a first-time buyer. I actually read through it. It's good information, some bad spelling. It's okay. It's to be expected. The box is fantastic. This is one of the best boxes that I've gotten. Standard foam, you think it's just nothing. It's felt. It's a felt lined box. Everything fits in there nice and snug. Power brick and so everything. The power brick is nothing to write home about. We all know that about these Bitaxes. This did have the laptop style power brick, so the cord comes out of the one end and you can change it to whatever for whatever country you're ordering for. It's just a 5 volt 6 amp power brick, 30 watt. Nothing special, but good packaging. This is solid. I'm pretty happy with the packaging on this guy. Um, yeah, can't complain. When I got them, I got two. They were both attached to the same, like two boxes side by side, and then wrapped up real tight with the famous AliExpress white wrapping paper or plastic. So let's go ahead and get into the Bitaxe itself. Let's start with the case. This case is atrocious. There's some real bad quality problems with this one. It says Bitaxe player. I don't know why it says that. It's okay. Anyways, the screws don't actually screw all the way in, so the board was in there loose, sorta. The case sides are so tight that the board was wedged in there, basically. Um, the port wasn't lined up right. I did this to get the sinks on the back, but failed in my opinion on the case. The case is atrocious. I would rather take one of those generic little stands over that thing. So that being said, let's get into the Bitaxe itself. So one of the things that was kind of caught me off guard was a little bit of a design issue. I don't know why they raised the screen up. Maybe it's because of the depth of the case, but it kind of bums me out because now in order to put it in, like example, I'm putting this in the Avoid Bit track desktop rack. You have to take this white thing off. So you take it off, and then the riser pins for the screen are soldered to the board. So you can put the screen back on, and that's fine. It works fine. But you've got this strange gap in the top. Now, in the DTV Electronics ones, if you remember, they did the same thing, but I understand why they did that one. Because that screen raised up to match the height of the box inside. That makes sense. This doesn't really make sense to me. Again, maybe somebody knows more about it than I do, but that's just my opinion. I don't care for this. I don't like how the screen sits on there. I just don't like that at all. The Bitaxe itself is fantastic, guys. Like, I was kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I was fully expecting a cheap quality, cheap well, it's AliExpress, guys. Come on, we all know it comes from there. Um, no offense to AliExpress, but there's a lot of junk sold on there. So this was my first bit axes that I bought on AliExpress. Now I have bought more and I have more coming. I paid right around $77 per bit axe, I believe, with shipping. Obviously, it was during the holiday time, so I got a little bit of coupon specials from that. I believe these ones were purchased right before Christmas, if I remember right. So yeah, there's that. Now, this is not factory. This is a Y connector from a void bit for the jetpack. This barrel jack plug is slightly off kilter, so yeah, just be warned. It could create a problem in the future. I don't think it will. The solder looks good. I did examine it under the microscope, but all the solders look good. Everything looks in place. Now, the shining feature of this guy right here is this cooler. This cooler is a chonky boy, and it is secured with metal screws. Um, it does have these round studs, and I don't know if those are studs or standoffs, but we'll find out when I take it apart. But as far as cooling goes, this thing is awesome. Without the heat sinks and stock configuration, instead of putting them in my storage room, I actually tested them in my office, which is slightly warmer. These things were doing ASIC wise, the ASIC was cooler than the ones out in the storeroom. VR wise, 60 degrees set. It never fluctuated at all. Once I added heat sinks, the temperatures on that ASIC, or on that VR, I mean, dropped by 20 degrees, 20 to 22 degrees across the board, copper and aluminum. The front didn't change much, but that back one really did. Once I put air into it, that's when it really shined. Like I said, 20 to 25 degrees immediately. That's awesome. The fact that it does, that it stays as cool as it does is surprising to me. I'm just honestly shocked by how decent of quality these were. Your mileage may vary when it comes to AliExpress. I cannot stress that enough, guys. We all know that AliExpress can be janky. I buy a lot from there. Maybe that's why I'm so janky. Anyways, back to the comment at hand. Um, Everything seemed to be fit right. The jack, like I said, was slightly off kilter. It'll be interesting to take this apart to see how these studs are. I can show you right there. Kind of an interesting design. It's not a hex, so I might have to grab onto it with a pair of vice grips to get it off. Other than that, guys, it's really good. Some final thoughts about this device, though. I emailed Minerfixes. I got nothing back. I mainly, when I email them, I'm asking about support on the device, warranty, stuff like that. I got nothing. Ghost. No emails back. So I will tell you this: if you purchase this from AliExpress or even their site, maybe see if you can find a warranty information. I couldn't. If not, don't expect support afterwards. After sale support is probably non-existent. Um, I'm not 100% on that. They look like a reseller and not a manufacturer, so um, that's some information that's good to know. There's a bajillion resellers out there, so take it with a grain of salt, guys. I would expect zero support at the end of the day. I wasn't expecting support at the price point, like I said, $77 when I purchased them. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. This will be going on the BitDisk desktop track, if I say that right, from a void bit. I do plan to have 8 of them on there. I've got the other one already mounted on there, but I figured before I put this one on there, let's get a review done on it. So anyways, guys, in my mind, this is a pretty good value for what I paid for it. Some takeaway points here real fast. The case, garbage. Packaging, fantastic. Thermals, really good. Great heatsink. Great build quality. It's not bad. Don't expect support. It's AliExpress, so if I have actually successfully returned something to AliExpress and got my money back, so there's that. Keep that in mind when you're purchasing these. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Let's wrap it up. So, anyways, I appreciate you taking time to watch my videos, guys. We're just hit 94 subscribers. That's fantastic. I'm so excited. I have some cool stuff coming in the future. We've got some cool devices coming. I've ordered a bunch more stuff. Most of it I've paid for my own pocket. We will be receiving a device that is sort of sponsored. I paid for shipping. They shipped me the device and an affiliate link to go with it. They posted for more details about that. Thanks for watching my videos, guys. Like and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions. I will try to leave a link to Minerfixes in the description. Peace out.